The worst thing they did, what finally snapped something in me, happened to a single mom named Angela, who lived 3 streets over. She worked nights, left her 10-year-old with a sitter. One afternoon, Angela went out for a walk with her daughter. The girls broke into her house, not to steal anything valuable, just for fun. They ate her food, drank her wine, smashed the lamp, drew on the walls, took selfies on her couch. When Angela came home early and saw the mess, she panicked. She called the police. Carl showed up.
They broke into my home. They were here. I saw them on camera.
You accusing my daughters of a felony?
I'm just asking for help.
Maybe lock your doors next time. False accusations can get people in trouble. She was terrified. 2 weeks later, she moved away. That's when I knew the badge wasn't protecting the neighborhood. It was holding it hostage. I tried the normal routes first. Complaints, anonymous tips. Nothing stuck. I'm just a guy with a normal job. I wake up early, punch a clock, drink bad coffee, come home tired, and mind my business. That's the version of me everyone on our street knew. What they didn't know, what I made sure stayed buried, was that years ago, before the steady paycheck and the quiet evenings, I ran with a gang. I didn't brag about it. I didn't wear it like a badge. I left that life because it eats everything you love and then asks for more. I swore I was done with fear, done with violence, done with being the reason people locked their doors. Irony has a wicked sense of humor. My neighbor, 2 houses down, was a police officer named Carl. Big guy. Loud laugh. The kind of man who parked his patrol car in the driveway like a warning sign. He had 2 daughters, teenagers, close in age, who treated our neighborhood like their personal playground. At first, it was annoying stuff. Loud music at night, trash dumped on lawns, knock and run at 3 in the morning. Then it escalated. They'd film people without consent, shove cameras in faces, laugh when someone snapped. They'd hide behind the badge like a shield. Anytime someone complained, Carl would step out in uniform, arms crossed, and suddenly everyone remembered an appointment they had elsewhere. I remember the first time I realized how bad it had gotten. Mrs. Delgado's car went missing overnight. She's 70, widowed, lives alone. We all thought it was stolen by professionals. Then 2 days later, the car showed up wrapped around a light pole near the industrial park. Totaled. Inside were empty energy drink cans and glitter. The girls had posted a blurry video online, laughing, screaming, swerving. When Mrs. Delgado went to Carl, shaking, asking what would happen, he waved her off. Kids do stupid things. You should be glad nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt that time. By then, everyone on the street knew their names, but nobody said them out loud. Saying their names felt like inviting trouble. Carl's daughters didn't just prank people. They hunted boredom the way predators hunt weakness. It started with animals. One morning, I woke up to screaming. Mrs. Ofori was barefoot in the road, waving her arms, crying out her dog's name. Her gate hung open. The girls had been seen the night before, giggling, filming as they unlatching locks one by one. Dogs, cats, anything that trusted humans. They let them loose toward the main road like it was a game show obstacle course. 2 animals were hit that month. When the owners complained, Carl stood in his driveway, hands on his belt, face hard. You got proof it was my daughters? Nobody ever did. Or if they did, it mysteriously disappeared. Then came the cars. Mr. Tanaka's engine died in the middle of traffic, smoke pouring out, metal screaming. The mechanic later told him sugar and sand had been poured directly into the gas tank. Total loss. Years of savings gone in seconds. Mr. Tanaka went to Carl, shaking with anger and fear. Your girls were laughing near my car. I saw them. You accusing minors? Be careful. False reports are a crime. That was the pattern. Damage first. Threats second. Silence last. Another neighbor tried to be brave. A young guy, new to the street. He called the non-emergency line after catching the girls snooping around his truck. The next morning, all 4 tires were slashed clean, like someone who knew exactly how to do it without triggering alarms. A note was left on his windshield. Snitches get stitches. He moved out within the month. The girls escalated because nothing stopped them. They keyed cars in broad daylight, carving insults into paint like artists signing a mural. Sometimes they'd steal license plates, pose with them, post the photos online with laughing emojis. Free souvenirs, one caption read. Then there was the boy. That's the moment I still feel in my chest. He was about 9, lived on the corner with his grandmother. He used a wheelchair to get around. Small, shy, careful with every movement. Everyone on the street looked out for him. Everyone except them. They spotted him rolling down the sidewalk near the park. Phones in hand. Smirking. Circling like predators.
Watch out! Don't go too slow! Why do you always roll like that? Hurry up!
They pushed his wheelchair. Not gently. Enough to send him tipping sideways onto the concrete. His screams pierced the quiet street. His hands scraped raw. Tears mixed with blood. They laughed, recorded the whole thing, zooming in as he tried to regain his balance, shaking, terrified, humiliated. They uploaded it online with stupid captions, music overlaid, turning a boy's disability into their latest viral joke. When his grandmother came running, shaking, face white with panic, Carl wasn't even interested. Kids tease each other. Maybe teach him to toughen up. She turned away, clutching his arm, guiding him home as he whimpered, trying not to cry, trying not to let them see how scared he was. I watched them disappear into the distance, and a cold anger settled over me, old and familiar. These weren't just bad kids, they were untouchable. And worse, they knew it. Packages started disappearing. Cameras went missing. Front doors were egged. Windows cracked. One night, I came home to find my own porch trashed, a note taped to my door written in marker. Smile, you're on camera. I felt that old itch in my hands, the one I hated, the one I'd promised myself I'd never scratch again. The worst thing they did, what finally snapped something in me, happened to a single mom named Angela, who lived 3 streets over. She worked nights, left her 10-year-old with a sitter. One afternoon, Angela went out for a walk with her daughter. The girls broke into her house, not to steal anything valuable, just for fun. They ate her food, drank her wine, smashed the lamp, drew on the walls, took selfies on her couch. When Angela came home early and saw the mess, she panicked. She called the police. Carl showed up.
They broke into my home. They were here. I saw them on camera.
You accusing my daughters of a felony?
I'm just asking for help.
Maybe lock your doors next time. False accusations can get people in trouble. She was terrified. 2 weeks later, she moved away. That's when I knew the badge wasn't protecting the neighborhood. It was holding it hostage. I tried the normal routes first. Complaints, anonymous tips. Nothing stuck. Cameras went missing. Reports vanished. The girls grew bolder. They started doxing people online, posting addresses, laughing when strangers showed up to harass them. I lay awake one night staring at my ceiling, thinking about all the years I spent trying to become someone better. Then I thought about Angela packing her life into boxes because she was scared. I didn't want to be the man I used to be, but I couldn't be the man who did nothing either. So I became something in between. It started small. Notes. The girls came home one afternoon to find envelopes on their beds. No fingerprints, no return address. Inside were printed screenshots of their own posts, circled in red, with dates and times handwritten underneath. I see you. They laughed it off online, called it creepy, made jokes. Then the noises started, scratching at their windows at night, footsteps on the roof. Their backyard gate left open when it had been locked. A dead rat placed gently on the hood of their car. Carl went ballistic. He set up cameras, extra lights. Nothing caught me. One evening, I slipped into their house while they were out. I didn't steal anything. I moved things. Just enough to make them doubt themselves. Shoes switched, drawers opened, family photos turned face down. On the fridge, I left another note. Your house isn't as safe as you think. That's when the fear crept in. They stopped posting. They stopped laughing so loudly. They jumped at shadows. Still, it wasn't enough. The night I took them, it rained hard, the kind of rain that erases footprints. They were walking back from a friend's place, arguing, distracted. A van door slid open. Hands pulled them in. Blindfolds went on. No words, no screaming. Shock steals your voice like that. I kept them for 3 hours. In a warehouse I rented under a fake name. I didn't hurt them, not physically, but I made sure they understood fear. They sat on cold chairs, hands tied, listening to sounds. chains dragging, a radio crackling with police chatter, the metallic smell of animal blood I'd brought from a butcher, splashed on the floor so it soaked into their shoes.
Please, please.
Confess.
To what?
Everything. They talked. Through tears and snot and terror, they talked. About the car, the break-ins, the threats, the people they hurt because they could. When I removed the blindfolds, I didn't show my face, just a mask, just a mirror held up to them, smeared with red. This is what you've been playing with. I drove them home, left them 2 blocks away, cut the ties. Change. Or next time, the fear won't be pretend. They changed. Overnight, it seemed. Apologies appeared. Anonymous donations showed up for people they'd wronged. They volunteered at shelters, picked up trash. The neighborhood whispered, confused but relieved. Carl wasn't relieved. He knew something had happened. He knew he'd lost control. He went hunting, for me. He questioned everyone, threatened again, threw his badge around harder than ever. That's when I ended it. I compiled everything. Videos, screenshots, confessions I'd recorded with their voices altered, evidence of Carl intimidating witnesses. I sent it to Internal Affairs, local media, and a federal oversight office. When they came for him, I watched from my porch. This is a setup. Sir, please put your hands behind your back. He lost his job, his pension, his reputation. The girls stood in the driveway crying, not for him, but for what they'd been allowed to become. Months passed. The street got quiet again. Safe. Normal. I went back to my normal job. Back to bad coffee. Sometimes people ask what changed the girls, what finally scared them straight. I smile and say, they grew up. And hey, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Because unlike my old gang days, this channel actually wants witnesses.